Jen.
Oh, hey guys. We're here with Carol Kaplan with Everything Creative Designs, and of course Seth O'Byrne. You caught us checking out the Dream Home magazines where Carol has 6 homes this month?
Yes.
6 homes this month, not too shabby, huh, Seth?
No, absolutely. I mean, she's one of the best stagers in all of California, and that's why we're so excited. She's right in our backyard in San Diego.
And that's why we've set up shop in your warehouse here.
Yes, this is so fun. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. So for our audience that might not be too familiar with staging, because this is not coming in and doing any reconstruction on a house, but you take a house from just being a house, maybe vacant, into a home, a vision for a buyer or even for a seller to get top dollar. Tell us about your process.
So basically when we go into a home, we look around, we look at the architecture, we decide what would actually work in here. And I always tell people staging is not for living, because you may not love what we do, but we know that we've got a proven formula that it's going to help to sell the house.
Carol, tell me what inspired you to start Everything Creative Designs and how your company has grown.
I started literally with $500. That's all I had in my pocket. And I used to run out and find things on the street and repurpose them and redesign them and take them home and spray them and just go to Goodwill, Salvation Army. You know, at night I'd pick up an old couch on the street and repurpose it. And that's how I started my company. So it was just me. And then eventually I started networking and I got one job and then they referred me to somebody else. And we've never really advertised. We basically it's been on a referral basis. So it's just been a fun growth.
Well, it speaks volumes that Seth is working so closely with you. I know you guys have had a very close partnership for 3 years. Tell us a little bit about that collaboration and also, Seth, the benefits on your end as a real estate agent of staging.
Well, the collaboration is amazing, and it is fun. I mean, that's the thing about Carol, is like everything is fun, and there's not a lot of people that can start a company of this stature at 59 years old, but there's a fire in Carol Kaplan that is incredible, and it comes out in her work too. And I think that's what's so fun about it, is staging is really kind of an intersection between where business and systems and accounting meet, you know, art, and really at the end of the day, it's all about art and color and inspiring someone and creating a sense of lifestyle when you walk into a space. And so, you know, what we have, and Carol and I think have really made special attention to working together as a team. So I bring in, you know, one of my top agents, Mia Tidwell, and she works with us hand in hand, and we help pick out some of the colors and pick out some of the ways that we shape the spaces. We try to take a very hands-on approach with Carol's team, and I think it really shows in our properties.
I was reading an article about you, Carol, where you said that it takes someone 6 seconds to formulate an opinion or even make a decision about a space.
Absolutely.
6 seconds.
I mean, and when you think about 6 seconds and how quickly it goes, it's literally just a blink of an eye. But that emotion that you create when somebody walks into a space, you've got to get them in those 6 seconds. And if they walk in and it doesn't really catch their eye or their interest, you're not going to get them.
Seth, for you, on your end, what are some of the obstacles with staging? What if there's a tenant or it's occupied?
Yeah. So that's always a conversation when we take on a listing. Is it occupied? Is it vacant? Do you have tenants in the property? Obviously, if you're living in your own home and you need and want to get that home sold, you're going to do kind of whatever it takes to get it sold. If you're renting a property, you don't really have that same motivation. You don't own the home, right? And so, in fact, most of our tenants would prefer to stay in the property and not have showings and not have it staged. Carol's great because she works with people in a lot of different scenarios. And I'll let Carol tell a little bit more about how she works with tenant-occupied and owner-occupied clients and homes. But I think you know, they're a lot more flexible than a lot of other stagers.
Well, we do a thing called redesign, which is when we go into an occupied house and people are living there. And, you know, people have lived in their homes for many, many years. They're very attached and everything's very sentimental. And, you know, you've got to be very careful about how you deal with people and these kind of issues. You know, they think that they've got a beautiful home, and they do. But to bring it back to what people need to see when they're going to buy a home. We need to declutter it. We need to take out all their personal photos. We don't want people to know who live in that particular home.
Your collaboration, I would assume, would also be incredibly beneficial to clients that maybe don't live here locally, that are overseas, that you take care of all of the small details.
Yeah.
They actually never see it from start to finish. They just say, you know, go ahead, do it. And those ones are really wonderful because, you know, they don't really have any say. And when we actually, you know, do the big reveal, they're like so surprised.
Yeah.
So those are fun to do.
And so worth the money, I think, to take that kind of stress level off of what is already sometimes an incredibly stressful process.
Yeah, we always go, look, we're gonna send you some DocuSign in your email that you're gonna have to sign on your phone, and then you have to tell us where to send the check to when we're done closing escrow. And like literally, we have so many clients that are out of the state, especially California being a second home market, and out of the country now as San Diego is an international market. We have a lot of clients that they rely on our team, on me having Mia and Debbie and all the great brokers on our team, and having Carol and all the great people that work at Everything Creative to basically take this on as their own home and their own project.
I know that you're originally from South Africa. You're taking probably all of those colors and those design elements you learned there, and you've really incorporated them here now into this business.
So living in South Africa has been, you know, it did really sort of start me. As a kid, I was always very into like fashion and design and color and, you know, never dreaming that I would ever do this. And I think that it's just been a very exciting journey to be able to kind of put that into play and to be able to use those creative talents that I never even thought that I had.
Seth, before I let you go today, the last time I was with you, we were at Rancho Las Palmas in Rancho Santa Fe. I know that that has now sold. It is the highest sales price in Rancho Santa Fe for 2016. What, the top 3 in the last decade?
Yeah, it's so exciting. It is you know, one of the top 100 homes sold on the MLS in the last 25 years. And you know, speaking of taking on large projects, I think what it means for us is a real affirmation that our team and our seriousness and our focus and our experience is at a level now where the O'Byrne team can take on a 16,000 square foot house. In fact, we have an oceanfront home in an 8,400 square foot home in La Jolla that Carol's actually going to start staging next month.
Oh, fantastic, fantastic. We would love to see it.
Yeah, we're going to take you through there.
All right, great. Thank you both so much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
thank you, Seth.
As you can tell, we had no fun at all on today's shoot. Our thanks to Seth O'Byrne and the Seth O'Byrne team and Carol Kaplan with Everything Creative Designs. I'm Jenn Morris for The American Dream.